All rise for the Honorable Judge Theo Williams, Western District of Atlantis. God bless this court. God bless the United States.
Thank you, bailiff. You may be excused. Please be seated. This case is the United States versus Michael Maley. Mr. Maley, it's my understanding that on March 3rd, 2005, you pled guilty to USC 846 and 841, conspiracy to possess with the intent to distribute heroin. If this case had gone to trial, Mr. Maley, I'm going to tell you what the government would have been prepared to prove against you. Do you understand? If this case had gone to trial, the government would have been able to prove that you met your co-defendant while you were in custody on another charge. And while in custody, you complained about getting poor quality heroin to sell to your customers, and you were looking forward to getting a higher grade of heroin. You met your co-defendant on several occasions once released from custody of the state to do heroin sales and other narcotic purchases. You sold 10 grams of heroin to an undercover officer unknowingly to you for a sum of approximately $7,000. Also, during that time period, once the government felt they had enough evidence against you and decided to commence with the arrest, once inside the house to conduct a search and arrest warrant, you decided to flee the scene, and however minor, you were a felon fleeing the scene of an arrest and search warrant. Although you were apprehended without a struggle, it still is I still will take this into consideration as sentencing. You were also in possession of a .38 caliber handgun, which is also a violation of the law because you were a felon before you were arrested. You had 2 felonies. So this shows to the government that you have a continuance and a propensity to commit crime. However, not violent, but you are selling narcotics and poison to the community. So this is just a continuance of your criminal behavior. You also confer to the government that you have a substance abuse problem, that you may need help with addictions to cocaine and crack cocaine. While in custody, we do plan on entering you into a program to help with this problem. Although this does not take away from the continuance of the criminal enterprise that you were running. That's why you were brought up on charges of conspiracy. As a felon, I'm going to tell you some penalties that you, and also liberties that you have lost. You will not be eligible to vote. You may face a fine up to $4 million, and you will be imposed a $100 special assessment. So, Mr. Malin, according to the sentencing guidelines, you scored a 34 on the sentencing guideline. That carries a penalty range of 262 months to 327 months confinement to federal custody or the Federal Bureau of Prisons. So now I'm going to hand you your sentence since you agreed to plead guilty, and understand that you also cooperated with federal agents. Whatever deal that you made with the U.S. Attorney's Office or with the government does not weigh any factor on me. I can go above or below the federal sentencing guidelines depending on how I view you as a risk to society or not a risk to society. At this time, I'm going to sentence you to the custody of the Federal Bureau of Prison System to a term for no less than 327 months. I give you this maximum sentence per the guidelines because you have shown that minimal sentences will not help you lead the life of crime. You were a 2-time felon in possession of a firearm, and that did not deter you from committing even more crime. You also knew that officers were there to arrest you, and you still chose to try to flee the scene. I'm imposing this harsher sentence in an effort to deter you and others from selling harmful narcotics and poisons to the community. God bless you, and God bless the United States.